You know, you've likely found this channel at a time of heartbreak. Something, a breakup, a disagreement, a fight, a break. And during the time that you're going through whatever it is that you're going through, it can be overwhelmingly difficult to take a step back and ask yourself, okay, this thing is happening to me. Can I begin to piece apart why this might be happening and what I can do about it? So a lot of people are shocked, and I don't mean that in sort of the clickbaity, like you'll be shocked to see what this person did in this video. No, they're genuinely shocked to hear that breakups don't happen out of nowhere. Not everybody. Some people realize there were some signs. Some people can even point to a few. But 9 times out of 10, a breakup does not just randomly happen. And the few times that it do just sort of happen out of nowhere are almost always the result of some huge fight where I'm yelling and you're yelling and nobody's happy. And even in those situations, after the emotions have cooled down, we usually find a way to reconcile, right? There's only so long transitory emotions like anger can last. And this can be really complicated because one of the best and most helpful things you can do during a breakup or, a situation where there may be a breakup, like a break, is ask yourself, well, okay, what are some signs I can look at? What are some things that I can begin to correct that may turn around this breakup or prevent it in the first place? Because obviously, prevention is ideal. And that's really self-awareness and social awareness and relationship awareness, right? What's been happening? How have they been acting? How's our sex life doing? Asking questions like that can begin to shed some light on where I stand with this person. Now, a lot of the time, I'm not going to lie, the breakup is on us. Not all the time, and obviously, that is with the understanding that breakups ultimately are like a 50-50 thing. That's my belief. And I'll go into that in a greater video because I know that some people are like, what? No, it's not my fault at all. We'll get there. But for today, let's just take a blanket scenario that I was not acting very attractive. I was not focused on myself. All I wanted to do was go to work, come home, order a pizza, hang out with my partner. And on its face, that sounds like a lot of fun. And that sounds like a great night. And from time to time, you should absolutely have those types of nights where you're just able to kick back and not be productive. The problem is when we get off of every single thing that improved us and made us attractive in the first place. So what will our partner respond with? Well, they'll do a couple of things that involve pulling away, becoming distant. There will be less sex, there will be less dates, less willingness to go out and have a good time, and you'll notice them pulling away. So now that's going to start a process where you notice them pulling away, and your anxiety gets triggered because they're pulling away, right? They're being cold, the texts aren't as long, they're not sleeping with you, they're not agreeing to go on dates, they're busy all of a sudden, they're hanging out with Brad. Who's Brad, right? And then little by little, we see them pull more and more and more away. And in order to avoid that or offset that, we do the first thing our brain can think of, which is to cling tighter, right? If they're running away, pull them in. And it becomes this game of ping pong where they do a thing, we react. They do a thing, we react. And then they begin reacting to our reactions. So if we pull them in tighter, what are they going to do? They're going to sit comfy in our arms? No, they're going to run because now they're feeling trapped and smothered and as if their free will is being infringed upon. And all of this can be resolved to a degree with self-awareness, right? The ability to take a step back and, tap out for a second and say, hold on, what have I been doing in this relationship and how might that be impacting how they're doing? Now, for those of you who didn't do this, that's okay. What I'm talking about in this video is tremendously difficult. And it can be really, really hard to do because not only are you in an emotional state where you're thinking about how you're feeling, because how you're feeling is at an extreme, right? You might be losing your partner. I'm not expecting you to be acting calm and relaxed. And that's what this channel is really about. It's if we couldn't save the thing, well, can we do some diagnosis so that we know what we're dealing with? We know how to treat it since we know what we're dealing with. And if and when they come back or the next partner, whatever, well, now you have these skills. So imagine you're able to take that step back while you're in the situation. You're able to say to yourself, I've been throwing a lot of attention at this person and they're pushing away. I should just go based off of what I'm seeing. If they're pushing away, that probably means they need some breathing room. So let me back away and give them the breathing room. And in the meantime, let me focus on, I don't know, something that might make me feel good about myself. Gosh, I always said I wanted to lose 10 pounds. Maybe this is that time, Maybe this is my opportunity to focus on my mental health. I've kind of been letting that slip for a while, and I'm noticing my eating habits are changing. I'm noticing I'm not very flexible. I'm noticing I don't have many friends, or at least I'm not hanging out with the friends that I have. Maybe this is an opportunity for me to focus on the things that I've been sweeping under the rug. Because I'm putting so much pressure on this other person, right? They are supposed to be my best friend. They're supposed to be my whole social circle. They're supposed to be my only source of affection and attention. I mean, is it any wonder that this person's kind of cracking like an egg with all the pressure I'm putting on them? And of course, there's some things they can do better, but I can't coach them. I can coach you. And then you come and find channels like mine, and you listen to these videos, and the problem is that sometimes we don't stop listening to them, right? And I said this before, there is a time to stop listening to these videos. You have to be your own advocate and your own judge of when that is. But we, if we're not careful, can replace getting an X-Pack with the addiction of winning an X-Pack. And that's no good either, because the point is to apply this information, and so much of this information says, hey, you got to get up and live your life too, right? That's what attracted them to you, was you not needing them. And if you think about it, how you were acting when they met you is what drew them towards you. How you are acting now, or how you were acting, is what pushed them away from you. So it's just a simple diagnosis, right? Return to who you were. And who you were did not require their constant attention, approval, affection, etc. So I just want to take a minute and mention that we do have another channel that is the Love Chat's sister channel. It's called TLC Wellness. This channel is the humble beginnings of an idea I've had for a long time, and that's, so much of my channel, the Love Chat, is to talk about working on yourself and how that's going to improve your love life, your sex life, your friends, etc. And, we throw some examples as to how to do that, but we don't actually show you how to do that. So the purpose of TLC Wellness was to, or is, I should say, to show you how to do that, So we have a fitness instructor, we have a yoga instructor and meditation instructor, and we have myself, and of course I'm going to be doing some broader life coaching videos over there, as well as talking about my experiences with intermittent fasting and the ketogenic diet. And as time goes on, we're going to hire more and more specialists, people with certifications, to talk about their craft, and I'm certainly open to hearing what you might like to hear. So if you enjoy my channel and you find this is useful, do me a favor and head to TLC Wellness. There is a link at the top right. And just click subscribe and watch a video, click like. I hate to ask for this type of stuff, but this is how YouTube works. It's simply, if you want your content to hit new viewers, you got to ask for likes and subscribes. So I really appreciate those of you who do that. It really, really does help out. And ultimately, it's going to help you in the long run. Now, channels like this, and including the Love Chat and TLC Wellness, can sometimes be difficult for people because what it asks you to do is to put in real work. Now, many of you are fine with that, but if we're being honest, some of you aren't. And the question must be asked, if you're not willing to do the work, why do you deserve to get the prize? Whatever the prize may be. And it's a simple question. And the answer is frustrating, for sure. Because you know that the answer is you don't. There are so many people that I speak with who are going through the most emotionally difficult and frustrating times in their lives, and here's some random stranger from YouTube saying, hey man, you should probably stop checking your ex's social media. Right? That's frustrating. It sucks because you don't want to disconnect. You don't want to have to do that. And it's not fair. And you're right. It's not fair. But it is what's healthy for you. And you'll notice that most things worth having are difficult to get, and they ask that you make some sacrifice, and you do your best to understand that self-parenting and self-love are what's going to get you through this. And so I'm asking you to do some self-parenting. Stick with what you know is good for you. Avoid those things that you're doing, if you are doing, that you know are bad for you. And there is a direct correlation to sticking with the good things, not watching too many of these videos, making sure to contact some friends, journaling, exercising, yoga, meditation, counseling. There is a direct correlation between doing those things consistently, and that's the key word, consistently, and your mood. Your mood will go up. And of course, the overlord of all of those things is time. So I'm asking you to put in the time, put in the effort. And I think the mantra of my entire life and of this channel is, you have no idea who you could be. So perhaps some homework for you guys is to sit down and just visualize. Who could I be? If I put in consistent effort every day, just an hour, right? Just 30 minutes even. Who could I be? It's a mind-blowing thought. That's all I had for today. If you found my video helpful, I'd be very grateful if you'd subscribe both here and at TLC Wellness and hit like. If you have any suggestions of future videos you'd like to see, just leave it in the comments below. And of course, if you'd like more videos just like this one, just head to patreon.com/thelovechat. And there are over 100 never-before-seen videos that you can enjoy if you so choose. I love you all. Be kind to yourself. Until next time.